I'm Laura from the Tidy Kitchen Company, and today I'm going to show you how to make a slow roasted Welsh lamb shank pie. Okay, so today we're going to be using a lamb shank. It is great value for money, it goes really far and can feed the whole family. So we're just going to put in about half a tablespoon of oil. We're going to season our lamb shank, and what we want to do is brown the shank until it's nice and golden brown all round, and it'll just start to add all those layers of flavour to the final dish. Welsh lamb is the greatest in flavour. It is so versatile, and you can have it in spring, you can have it in winter, but you can also pair it with different sides, so it really translates well to just feeding the family all year round. So one of the best things about this recipe is that it's a long and slow cook. It's just about giving each stage of the cook a lot of love. So that's been cooking for about 5 to 6 minutes. Each side is golden brown, and what we're going to do is take it out the pan, pop it to one side for 2 minutes, and carry on with the rest of the filling. Okay, so we've just browned off the lamb. We're leaving that to one side for a minute, and we're going to prep the mirepoix, which is basically the holy trinity of sauces. And it is a white onion, 1 carrot and a celery. We're going to cut that up and that'll form the base. We want to get all of these vegetables to be around the same size. It just helps the cooking process. So one of the things that I actually look for when I'm shopping is that the lamb that I'm purchasing is PGI. It just means that that quality and traceability element is there, and it's just great tasting, great quality meat. And we're going to pop this then into the pan that the lamb was cooked in, and that will be the base of the gravy. Cook this until it is softened, and that'll take probably about 5 minutes or so on a medium heat. Okay, so next we're going to pop in some garlic. I love garlic, so 2 or 3 cloves. We're also going to pop in about a tablespoon of tomato puree and some chopped fresh herbs. Then we'll be looking at adding in our liquid after that. So we have reduced the red wine by 2/3. It's nice and sticky. Then we've added our 500 ml of good quality Welsh lamb stock. And now we're going to pop this into a deep pan, tin foil, and put in the oven for about 2.5 to 3 hours until the meat falls off the bone. And it basically does the work for you. The lamb's the hero, and everything else just makes it taste great. Fab. So now the lamb is in the oven, we're going to prep the pie lid. Pop a little bit of plain flour down so your pastry doesn't stick. So you need about 375 gram block of pastry. This is a little bit more. Just using a rolling pin, roll it out till it's about a centimetre and a half thick. You want to be quite generous with the pastry, and we'll use our pie dish as a guide. But you want to leave a little bit of a gap around the edge so that you've got enough space to crimp it. We're going to dust off the flour and then lightly brush it with beaten egg. And then what we'll do is we'll cover it with a bit of cling film and then pop it in the fridge and let it chill until the pie's ready. We have just taken the lamb out of the oven. We're going to let it rest now for a couple of minutes and reduce the gravy on the hob until it's reduced by about half. You can see now it's had a long, slow cook, and it will literally just come off the bone. That's what you want it to do. That's what you want to happen. Very little effort. It'll just come straight off like this. It's absorbed all of those flavours from the liquid, and really the whole point of this delicious meal is that the lamb speaks for itself. One of the reasons I love Welsh lamb shank is its versatility as well. It's perfect for a pie like this. It could be used in other dishes as well. It can be a standalone flavour. But the most important thing is you can create amazing meals at home, and it's the quality that really shines through. Okay, so the sauce has reduced beautifully. It's really nice and thick, got a really nice shine to it. And what we're going to do now is pop that lovely lamb straight in and then pop that into the pie dish. And what we're going to do is pop that in the fridge and leave it to chill before we put the pastry on. So the reason we wait for this to chill down in the fridge before we add the pastry is if it's too hot, that pastry will almost melt into it. Okay, fab, last step. This is now cold from the fridge. Stop that pie from melting. Before we pop the top on, we're going to brush the edges in egg. And you grab your pastry, both hands, pop that on the top, and then using your 2 fingers of your right hand and your first finger of your left hand, we're just going to crimp it. We'll brush it again with a whole egg, and then it needs a little bit of a hole on the top for steam to escape. So just in the middle with a skewer, pop a little hole there. So make sure your oven is preheated to 200 degrees. Pop it in for circa 20-25 minutes, and it'll be risen, golden, and ready to go. So we've just taken the pie out of the oven, and now we're going to plate it with some creamy mashed potatoes, some steamed greens, and get that on the plate.